No, I didn't say I went to Mask Fest wearing a cardigan. I said I went to Mask Fest and ran out of cash, so I had to put all the masks I bought on the cardigan. You see it? Oh! Good morning, monster lovers, mask collectors, and Halloween enthusiasts. Welcome to Creepy Cheapies with Dr. Lady, where it's time for Creepy Cheapies with Dr. Lady. I'm Claude Monet, and well, you know, too many movies these days are sequels, way too many of them. But is it possible that a mask could have a sequel? Well, since I brought it up, you can probably guess that my answer is going to be yes. Because I wouldn't very likely say, can a mask have a sequel? And then say no. No, it can't. And then we move on. No. So I'm going to say yes. And what am I talking about? You wonder? I wonder too sometimes. But the thing is, the original in this case was a mask that was sculpted by an artist named Robert Short way back in 1976 and was released by Don Post Studios in the late 70s and was reissued again some years later. It was called Coridian Alien. And it was one of the first oddball alien masks that didn't look like any particular specific TV or movie character, just a weird alien. And it was very popular and pretty influential, and a lot of people liked it. A lot of people liked it as a piece of art and as a weird Halloween prop, and it just was a very popular mask. Well, 40 years later, in 2016, Don Post Studios wasn't around anymore. So somebody else had to release the sequel, and that somebody would have been Trick or Treat Studios, who released this monstrosity right here, which is called Coridian Elder. Now this is spelled C-O-R-I-D-I-A-N. Presumably a Coridian alien is an alien from a planet called Coridia, and I don't know where that is, but you can probably find it with your GPS, your galactic planetary scanner. That's how you could find it. Anyway, the reason I mentioned the spelling, the C-O-R business, the sound of the word, the homonym for Coridian, was inspired by a character on an old episode of the original 1960s Star Trek. Only that character was just a guy named Coridian, and I believe he spelled it differently. But the mask is an alien from Coridia, we assume, and they're not good-looking people on Coridia. I'm sorry. No, and I've hurt his feelings. But, you know, maybe to your own kind, nah, he's pretty ugly even to his own kind, unfortunately. But, sad state of affairs on Coridia. Anyway, the mask is a Coridian alien. Well, except when he's on Coridia, in which case he's just a Coridian. See, you'd be an Earth alien if you were on his planet. He's only a Coridian alien when he's here, you see. And not every name indicates a place of origin. You know, on Star Trek, the guy was not a Coridian, he was just Coridian. More like, you know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson wasn't called that because he came from planet Johns. Although now that I think of it, I don't know where he came from. Perhaps he did come from planet Johns. I can't be sure. I'll have to research that for you for next week. Anyway, the Coridian alien Elder, right here, Coridian Elder, sometimes just called Coridian, and sometimes called Coridian Alien, just like the old one, and sometimes called Coridian Elder, which is really the official name for it, Coridian Elder, was sculpted by the same guy, Robert Short, 40 years after his original Coridian. And it's kind of a variation on the theme. It has a lot of colors and details and anatomical characteristics in common with the original, but if anything, this guy is even uglier and nastier and more unpleasant looking than the original Coridian alien. But I gotta tell you, when I first took one of these out of the box, it made me smile. It really did. It has such an old school monster mask vibe to it, you know. And by the way, I don't know what this is. I think laser blast damage, maybe from a fight he was in, and you know, on his planet, that's like a battle scar that's a sign of honor. You know, he's proud of that scar right there. Yeah, but this has the look of the classic old Don Post masks, and well, it should, because how often do you get a chance to buy a sequel mask like this? How often do you get a chance to get a reimagining, re-envisioning of an old mask sculpted and designed by the same artist who gave you the original 4 decades previously. I think you could count the number of times that has happened on the fingers of one hand, if you were Yoda even. But I love the detailing on this. I love the way it's done. Now, when you look at him and you think, hey, he's a little asymmetrical, he's actually sculpted that way. It's not a distortion in the mask making him look slightly lopsided. He's actually designed that way. One thing that kind of bothers me about this guy, and maybe it's just me, there's a place right here. All right, I'm going to zoom back in just to annoy you. I'm sorry. You see this place right here? This place right here looks to me like it was sculpted to go in instead of out. Right there, inside that little recess there. And yet, I've seen 8 or 9 copies of this mask, and it always seems to pop out. So I don't know if that's a molding flaw thing, or if maybe it was really sculpted. Maybe it really was designed for this area right here. But look at this. This looks so much better with that going in. And you don't know what I'm talking about, do you? No, they don't know what I'm talking about. All right. Anyway, I don't know if if this pops out on all of the copies of the mask or just on the you know, the ones that I've seen from the way they were stored or pulled out of the mold or something. But anyway, what a monstrous, creepy guy this is. Would be right at home with any kind of weird alien costume you could make up for him, like you know, jumpsuit uniform kind of thing, maybe with a breathing pack and tubes and a laser gun and some cool sci-fi accoutrements like that. Or you could put him in some kind of strange robe, like a sparkly, sequiny robe, like a Mars Attacks looking costume. And by the way, if you want to compare the Coridian Elder, the oldest race of people on Coridia, from over on the dark side of the planet, I think, if you want to compare the Coridian Elders to the regular Coridian aliens and you want to see the original mask, okay, here's what you could do. Is go to YouTube, that's of course Y-O-U-T-U-B-E, go to YouTube, alright, and then look up my channel, that's Mask Wizard, that's all one word, M-A-S-K-W-I-Z-A-R-D, Mask Wizard, and then once you find Mask Wizard, go to playlists, and then once you've clicked on playlists, click on Mask Fan Attic, that's 3 words, Mask, and then Fan, F-A-N, space, Attic, A-T-T-I-C, click on the playlist called Mask Fan Attic, and then once you're there, go to type in Coridian Alien, that's C-O-R-I-D-I-A-N, and you could see the video that I did a few years ago on the original Coridian, or you could forget all that and just look at this one I have right here. Now this, being one of the original Robert Short versions from the 70s, this one's painted a little bit atypically. This one's a little bit grayer and a little bit lighter than a lot of them. So many of them, I don't know what this looks like on your monitor of choice, but they don't look exactly alike. This one is more the color of most of the ones I remember from a million years ago back in the day. And this one is slightly atypical because it's slightly paler and slightly less of a rusty brown, I guess. But what a great pair they make, and I think it's just really super cool that you can have an old mask that's kind of a classic, original, ugly alien, and you can have another guy from his planet sculpted 40 years later, approximately, by the same artist. That's just cool. So, your Trick or Treat Studios Coridian Elder, or Coridian Alien Elder, or just Coridian Alien, or just Coridian, is available for a neighborhood of 50 bucks. I've seen them for 40 to 60, somewhere in there. And, well, I think it's a very cool thing with its slimy, ugly complexion and these weird, moist, red feeding tubes and his beady little eyes. And if you have one of the old Don Post Coridian aliens, you really owe it to your collection to pick up the Trick or Treat Coridian Elder and have both of them. They're like a matched set, you know. Somebody should make salt and pepper shakers. But anyway, until next week, remember, you matter. Unless, of course, you multiply yourself by the speed of light squared, in which case you energy.